Hi guys, come along with me as we make these cute holiday pumpkins. All right, you guys, on today's pumpkin build, this is what we're gonna need. I have an orange and an orangey yellow shade here, brown, some shades of green. This is for when we paint up our pumpkin. So we, of course, are gonna need water, paintbrushes, and some paper towels. I have a piece of an egg carton for our stem. If you have toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls, we're gonna need those. This is packing paper. It's not quite like tissue. It's a little bit tougher than that, but not super strong paper. We're gonna use this to mold our pumpkin. A pair of scissors. Keep your glue gun handy, or Elmer's glue in case we need that. And then we have some masking tape. I get this from the dollar store. It's $1.25 a roll. We use it all the time on our paper building projects at the studio. Some pipe cleaners, and then I just have a few random pieces of cardboard just in case I want to make some leaves or something else. All right, you guys, let's get started. All right, you guys. So what we're gonna do is just kind of look at the paper towel rolls, decide kind of how big you want your pumpkin to be. I'm gonna cut these paper rolls. So I'm gonna do a little bit more than half. They don't have to be cut perfectly because we are going to cover them in paper. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to start piecing these together to kind of build the shape of the pumpkin. And see how I've cut these a little bit larger than the other ones? It kind of naturally starts making that shape of the pumpkin. Thankfully they stand up on their own. So what I'm going to do is take my masking tape and I'm just gonna start piecing this around my paper towel rolls to make the shape of my pumpkin. So you can kind of piece it around. Let's get some more here. I'm gonna use a lot of this tape, so I keep lots and lots of rolls of this tape here at the studio for my kids when we do builds. Okay. So as you get the middle of your pumpkin together, what I'm going to do is cut maybe some smaller pieces on the side. I'm going to tape those on. Maybe do one here. We're just trying to get the shape of our pumpkin. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just kind of also exploring art in a new way today. And it's a really fun practice to kind of think outside the box on the shape of something. Imagining what you have in your house that you can use to piece a pumpkin together. Here, might do another piece here on the side. Once you get the general shape, then you can kind of trim things like you want them. I'm just gonna might go ahead and add that piece there to the side so that it kind of finishes out this shape. And then I'll show you what we're gonna do with the paper. This tape is really easy to use too. It's not super fussy. See that? Just kind of creating my shape here. I'll use this scrap piece too. Some of my students did these last year, and I might have some of my older students work on some of these today. So that, you know what, I'll set that aside. So that you can have a fun little pumpkin piece. You know, mamas, we like to use our kids' art and proudly display it. So the holidays is the perfect time to do that. Okay, So what I'm gonna do is, now that I have my pumpkin shape, what I'm gonna do is just get my paper. You can even kind of see how I'm folding it up and just shoving it in the holes here. And it's kind of naturally, look, making that look of a pumpkin. I'm just gonna take it and mold it in. Once you get the shape you want, you can take the tape and tape it down, and it can kind of help you get the shape that you want to get. We're going to be using a lot of this tape, so you'll want to keep it close by. Look at that. It's already kind of looking cute and pumpkin-y. So I'm going to do one more sheet of paper like that. And I'll just kind of hold it up at the top where we added the tape before. And we can just tape that down. All right. Just gonna pretend that I have a tape assistant for this video that's gonna tear my tape for me. Oh man. Okay. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna move this paper out of the way, is we're just gonna work our way around it, bending the paper how we want to just get that pumpkin-y shape. And then we're going to paint it. So you just kind of want to tape all the little flyaway places down. Because we really don't want those edges showing. So any places where they have little pieces that are raised, you can just go ahead and tape those down. This paint actually does really, this tape actually does really good holding the paint, so you don't have to really worry about that. And like I said, we're just having fun with art, so it doesn't have to be completely perfect. We're just having a good time using paper and molding it into what we want. One little place over here. All right, you guys. It's kind of a tall, thin pumpkin. So I'm gonna grab an extra paper plate. That's what we're gonna do. And actually, now that I have the shape of my pumpkin, what I'm gonna do is cut out this middle part of the egg crate. And we're gonna attach our stem on there because we can kind of paint all of this at the same time. Woo. It flew out of the way. How cute is that? That really makes the perfect stem, doesn't it? Don't worry if you, whatever color egg crate you have, don't worry. Even if it's a styrofoam one, you can use that too, because we'll paint it. I'm just gonna tape this down here. I'm just taking time to get all the edges done. All right, you guys. So now I'm gonna get my paintbrush. I may take 2 of these cardboard pieces, or maybe just 1. I don't think we'll need 2. While I have my paint out, and just go ahead and paint these green. Because that way, when I'm ready to cut out some leaves, then they will already be painted. So I'm just taking the 2 colors of green, painting one color up one side, and then coming to this side and doing the lighter color. And I'll go ahead and paint the other side like that too. That way, if either side shows, we will have it ready to go. Okay, so I'm gonna set this over here. I'll use my little, painted my glue gun. I'll use my little scrap papers over there as a prop for it. So I wanna get a little bit of the brown, and I'm just gonna go all the way around my stem and onto the paper. Paint that stem in. You can even dip into the orange if you want to, in that nice yellow, and just kind of add some different shades to that. Okay, look how fast this is coming together. You're like, Miss Jenny, you're moving so fast today. Put Miss Pumpkin together just feels so nice. I actually thought it would take a lot longer to put it together. So once you see this video, you'll have to start saving your paper towel rolls for this project. So you're just gonna take your paintbrush and you're just gonna go around all those little crevices. You need lots of little places to paint in and out because the paint is not, the paper is not perfectly smooth. So you can just put a little pressure on your paintbrush and you can move it all around. And don't worry about getting paint on your hands because more than likely you'll get a little messy with this project, but it's okay. If you see any little places sticking up, don't worry, we can use some Elmer's glue or the glue gun once we get it dry to really glue down some of those places where the tape could be sticking up. No worries at all. Did you know that you are the only artist just like you? That there is no one else in the world that sees art just like you do. That's what makes artists so amazing, because what makes each of us unique is the way that we see the world, and our art is a reflection of that. When I first started my art career, I used to think that maybe I wasn't a good artist because I didn't go to school for art, and maybe I couldn't even call myself an artist because I thought because my art looked a little... Ah! You guys, my pumpkin just ran away. So anyways, I used to think that because my art was a little different, that, you know, I was just kind of afraid to show my art. But then I learned that's what makes me unique as an artist, and that's what makes you unique in the way you see art and your perspective of it. That just gives you guys a little tidbit about art. So I've taken this lighter color, this yellowy color, and just gone around my pumpkin some. All right, you guys, I'm gonna let this dry just for a little bit, and I'll start working on my leaves. I'm gonna clean my space and then come right back. All right, you guys, so what I'm gonna do with my little piece of paper, my little piece of cardboard, is draw some small leaves out, like maybe just 2 or 3. So I'm gonna, press too hard. So I'm gonna draw some leaves out on here. And I want to keep a little part of the bottom to where, if you can see that, to where I can glue them on. So I'm going to do one there, and I'm going to do one on this side. Okay. I'm going to take my Just Art marker, paint marker, and I'm just going to draw the lines of my leaf in there. On this one too. Okay. I'm going to cut these out. I'm just trying to zigzag them around the leaf. Okay, when it comes to this bottom part, I want to leave that attached, because what I'm going to do is add some glue here on my glue gun, and I'm gonna look at where I want my leaf on my pumpkin. I'm actually gonna use the scissors to press this down. And you see how that kind of just stays on there like that. So I'm gonna do that with the other one. I'm gonna leave that bottom piece on. You see how I'm just kind of moving my scissors around. I'm just, no rhyme or reason. Just giving my leaf a little bit texture. There we go. There's another one. Because just like us artists, leaves are all different. I might put this one here close to the other one. just gonna press it down. Oh my gosh, look how cute that looks. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is take a piece of this pipe cleaner and my pencil, and I'm gonna hold it down on one side. I want a good bit this way because I want to be able to glue that part on to my pumpkin. And I'm gonna make a little twisty-do. And let's see here. I think of a little spot there where I can put some glue and just attach this into my little pumpkin. And I'm gonna cut a little bit of this off and do this again. You can stretch it out if you want it a little bit more twisty. Let me see where I want to add this one. I might add it on this side. This one there. Okay, and then my last little thing that I want to do for my pumpkin that I thought would be so cute is I want to make like a little tag for it, because I imagine setting this in the little centerpiece of my table. And having a sweet message on it. So if you want to make a pumpkin for somebody and you want to add a little tag, these would be such fun gifts if you kids at home want to do that. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a Sharpie and my hole punch and I'll be right back. I'll grab some twine too and we'll make a little message and attach this, and then our art piece will be done. I'll be back in just a second. All right, you guys, so I got my twine and I got my Sharpie and my hole punch. So I'm gonna take this hole punch, gonna cut that hole out, and then I'm gonna take my Sharpie and just trace around my tag. And I think the message that I want to put on here is gonna say, thankful for you. And then on the back, you can even put a heart and sign your name. All right, so let's attach our cute tag. You know, I can't help it. I gotta put a heart on there. Let's see here. Got my twine. Just gonna go around these things. I don't wanna, you know what? Let's just go around it all. You don't have to tie it really tight. Bring it through here, and then we're just gonna tie a bow. Tie the bow, and if you want to add some more twine, sometimes I like to take this, I think it's called Rapha ribbon, and make a little bow. And then we can just attach just a little extra piece of a bow to our pumpkin. And then we are done, you guys. That came together so fast. Get my little stems up a little bit higher. You can manage them how you want to. And then look at this. Isn't this so cool? Look at it all the way around. If you guys make this pumpkin, you'll have to show me what it looks like. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and making this cute pumpkin. I cannot wait to see you on the next episode of Studio Creative Kids.